Why or how did I become a Muslim after being an atheist for 25 years and raised fundamentalist Christian before that? Um, Honestly, I don't know. Uh, I just, I don't know. It just happened. Like, my first working hypothesis was obviously I went insane. And for a number of months, I didn't really admit it even to myself or especially anybody else because I thought the fact that I was coming to believe in a reality bigger than that I can see or touch. Um, I thought that was clear evidence that I was insane because I had spent the past most of my life thinking that anybody that did that was either crazy or stupid. I mean, like I read so much material to reinforce that. I got like stuff like I don't know if it's reversed, but it says, "Does God exist? Proof for the non-existence of God." And just I still got it all over my house. Like I was a fairly militant atheist for a while, and Muslims in the comments, be nice to the atheists that came from a Christian background. I totally get where they're coming from. See, we were raised that like God is like this thing that's like a person, but it's also three people. And 6,000 years ago, it decided to make an earth and other stuff in 6 days and then got tired. Because this God, has like a lot of human attributes. Like it gets tired, it makes mistakes, it regrets what it made, kills a bunch of them, saves one, and then makes a bunch more, promises to not kill them all again, but only loves one nation of them, and makes them kill animals because he's mad and he likes blood, and then doesn't want to make them do blood anymore, so he has a kid, which is also him, and they kill the kid to be the blood instead of animals, and then he raises the kid, his own son, which is also him, back from the dead, and now the people don't have to kill animals to be absolved from their sins, and now the people that were the chosen people aren't the chosen people anymore. They're all going to go to hell, but we do need them in Israel to create a world war, so Jesus can come back, and then all of the formerly chosen people are either going to convert or be killed. Like that is how we were raised. So it totally makes sense why people that come from Christian backgrounds, especially in America, are atheists. As far as why I did, honestly, I couldn't tell you. There were a bunch of little, I don't know, triggers or catalysts or whatever you want to call it. Just like 800 different little points that are, like overlapping, interconnected, and also completely disparate from each other. And it kind of just like slowly all came together. Like I would say it wasn't like I embraced Islam. It was like Islam embraced me. So it ended up that I started reading about Islam, and I approached it from a point of view of curiosity rather than fear. That is like not I didn't approach it from what happens if this is true and I don't believe it. Am I going to go to hell? It was what happens if this is not true and I act like it's true. Will it make my life better or worse? Because like, as you know, I'm crazy, and I was pretty sure that I must have been gone psychotic, and I was looking for something to put everything like in order in my head because I am nuts, and I've read many hundreds of books trying to figure out how the mind and body and spirit and all that stuff work together, because like everything ain't okay up here, and like as I started reading through like the Quran and things about Islam, like ethical stuff. The way people interact with each other, the way people interact as a community, the way you interact with yourself, what you put into your body, how you treat your body, the patterns of thoughts you think and the things that you say, like all of these, I could see like these are like the ideal way to maintain good, mental, emotional, spiritual, and social health. Like I could see like everything about Islam, even like the dhikr, the Muslim rosary practices that is good for like my ADHD because repetitive tasks are like catastrophically mind-numbing and cause procrastination and do all sorts of stuff like that. So like doing that actually like emotionally repairs my brain. One of the things that I noticed very quickly was that basically everything that I had been taught about Islam in the West was like either the opposite or just way off. One of the major things is about women, and for the most part, I'm not going to go on about the way Islam treats women or any of that. That is something for Muslim women. If people want to tell me about the way Islam treats women. How about you listen to Muslim women? There's like 1 billion Muslim women in the world. A lot of them are on TikTok, and they talk every day about Islam and women. So don't ask me about it. Listen to Muslim women if you're going to talk about Islam and women. I can, however, talk about how Islam teaches men to approach women. And it is very different than the way we're taught in Christianity, because in Christianity it's like women are the weaker vessel and that men are supposed to have dominion over them, and we're taught that Islam is like the way Christians treat women, but worse. So I assumed it was worse than Christianity, and like it's not like men and women are completely equal at a spiritual level. There's different role, like as humans are a dimorphic species. That is, the two biological sexes are different physical sizes. The male human has a significant amount more of muscle mass, which gives the male strength over the female, and this gives the men a number of responsibilities for that power that they have. Like there's a lot more responsibilities for men in Islam and a lot of exemptions for women. One of the things that kind of realized that like was kind of a reversal was the way in the West how we treat women as either things to cook for us or as sex objects. And in Islam, it's like the whole idea of hijab, of women covering, it is so women are not viewed as sex objects. Like especially if a woman is like wearing a niqab and you're getting to know somebody, you're not going after their appearance at all. You are getting to know somebody, you're falling in love with somebody based entirely on who they are as a person. Like if you can be around somebody, interacting without even seeing their face, that is like the closest level of like getting to know somebody as a person that you can get to. One of the things that like I'd say is it wasn't so much that I had a massive change of beliefs, really. Like it didn't, like they shifted into a different position, so it all made sense. Like there was a structure to it, and like I had a greater understanding on top of it. But it was not like I had to all of a sudden stop believing, facts that I believed, like the history of the universe and the way space and time work, and the universe and the multiverses and dark matter and all that shit make a whole lot more sense with an Islamic understanding and approach to it. There's so many of these things, like there's hundreds and hundreds of these just things that I've just gone over 4 or 5 of them. And I could ramble forever on them, and TikTok is not the best place to do that, or at least not an individual TikTok video. But it was basically like I approached it from the point of view is, what if this is not true, but I act like it is, and see if I can do it. And then was like, oh no, I actually believe this. Let's try to disprove it. Started looking up a bunch of other stuff to try to disprove it, and the stuff to disprove it was like batshit stupid. And then trying to look back and see, like, did I go crazy? Like, try to look objectively at my life, what I'm doing. Am I doing or thinking things that are like out of whack? And I can look at my life and say that like it's objectively better, even if circumstances are bad. I am better able to respond to them. Like it has been the single best thing for my emotional health and my ability to like be a better father and respond to the challenges and tests and difficulties of life. Like it has improved my life. So